Charitable organizations. Either they cease to exist or converts to a non-charitable organization. Now, in India, what happened is that a large number of organizations which are charitable in nature, or at least that is what they are supposed to be, and many of them are actually, they are given a certain preferential tax regime. But in some cases, some people have devised ways through which they are able to transfer their assets to a non-charitable purpose, right? In order to cover the taxation of such cases where the assets which are transferred are not meant for charitable use, there's a chapter 12EB which is proposed to be inserted from June 1, 2016. What this says is that if there is a charitable organization which merges or converts itself into a non-charitable organization, or for that matter transfers asset on dissolution, which means this charitable organization ceases to exist, but the assets which it was owning are transferred to a non-charitable organization, in that case, whatever is the value of these assets, they shall be liable to tax in the hands of the charitable organization. If for any reason this organization is unable to meet the tax liability, then the liability could fall even on this non-charitable organization, of course, to the extent of the assets which have been transferred. So let us see what it stands for. There will be an additional income tax at maximum marginal rate in case of conversion of a charitable organization into any form not eligible for registration under section 12AA. So if you convert yourself into something which would not be eligible for 12AA registration, which is again the registration for a charitable organization, then this additional income tax shall be levied at the maximum marginal rate. Second, if in case there is a merger with any entity not registered under section 12AA or having different objects. So first was conversion, second is merger, third non-distribution of assets of a charitable organization on its dissolution to another charitable institution registered under section 12AA or approved under 1023C within 12 months of dissolution. In all these cases, there will be an additional levy of income tax at maximum marginal rate. Now, what will this rate be calculated on? It will be calculated on the accreted income, which is taken as the fair market value of total assets. They have to be valued in the prescribed manner, which will be prescribed, minus the liabilities on the specified date. Second is, no credit shall be given for tax and leviable even if the trusted institution does not have any other income chargeable to tax. Third is, the principal officer or the trustee and the trust or the institution is going to be treated as an assessee in default for non-payment, right? And in case there's a transfer of assets, the recipient of assets, which is not a charitable organization, shall also be liable to be held as assessee in default in case of non-payment of tax and interest to the extent of assets received. So if the transferor cannot pay the taxes, the transferee can pay the taxes, is liable to pay the taxes to the extent of assets received.